Welcome back, guys, to another Screw It Garage. On this next couple episodes, we will be getting NASTRUCK fired up and running. As you can see, still no carb or intake or anything on NASTRUCK. However, that has changed. We got some goodies, some Summit goodies, some used parts goodies, anything we can scavenge to get NASTRUCK going. So I decided with this build to go carb swap on the LS motor since my El Camino is fuel injected and I wanted to see how this worked. So we got the MSD controller for everything, for timing and whatnot. Also what showed up is the Holley intake manifold. This is a mid-rise single plane intake. And then I ended up scavenging some parts off the shelves that we've had for the carburetor and air cleaner and stuff. Also made a run to the local O'Reilly's, got some fuel line, got some coil wires, new plugs, basic stuff. So we're gonna get into getting the wiring harness plugged in on this thing, getting the intake cleaned and mounted, getting the carb on, and getting the fuel system plumbed. So let's get after it, guys, and we'll see how far we get today. What's up, guys? It's about 8 o'clock at night. I apologize again for lost footage, but after I filmed that first bit, a bunch of guys came over. We ended up working a bunch on race car stuff with drag racing. And so it was way loud in here, and I ended up just doing a little bit of stuff off camera since it was way too loud to video and actually have you guys hear me. So I did some of it, got the intake manifold, carburetor, and all that good stuff on. I also mounted the MSD computer controller, and I'll show you guys that in a second. I mounted that in the cab. Actually, the pigtail was long enough, so I did the NASCAR style right next to the seat, so you could see everything and work on it if something happened when you were racing. So basically the only things I have to do now is finish plumbing the fuel system and doing some wiring. I'm hoping to get the fuel system done tonight, and we'll see how far we get, but let's get going on this thing, and we'll be back shortly to show you some more stuff. Guys, so I'm going to show you a little more of what I did. I got a lot of the fuel system plumbed already. I gotta P-clip it and get it kind of into final position, but it's run to the pump, and then my return line is run over to where I had mounted the fuel regulator. So that one will go there, and I'll have it P-clipped up nice, and the other one will come through from the pump, fuel regulator, and then regulator up to the carburetor up there. And then also you can see these that I need to P-clip up are actually the wires for the MSD box, which is mounted right here next to the seat. So I'll show you guys that after I get working on it, and you'll see that when I start wiring the thing up. But other than that, we're just gonna try right now to break it down and get the fuel system done. So let's go. So fuel system is all done. It's time to make some battery cables, and we're gonna hit it on this starter and everything and get this all buttoned up here. So let's get to it. Alright guys, so cables are made up. Got that done. I also wired up the starter wire for the ignition. I just gotta get the bolt on there. And then the rest of the wiring is gonna be inside, wiring up the MSD box. And there's a couple ground wires I'm gonna shorten up on the motor for the coil packs. And we're gonna see if we can't crank this thing over. So now in here, for the MSD box that I mounted there, all I have to do is, this is my ignition on wire here that I had pre-wired in my switch plate. I have to feed it back through because I wasn't sure exactly where the box was going to be mounted. So I got to feed it back through, cut it short, and attach it to the power lead here, and then hook up the ground, and put some oil in her. And we're going to try to crank this thing over and see if it has any life in it whatsoever. What's up, guys? Called it early last night. I didn't feel like running to Walmart to get oil for this thing at midnight. So called night, went to the parts store earlier today. Got some good old O'Reilly's oil for this thing to run her in and shake her down. So where we left off last night is I literally just have to finish bolting up the wires for the starter, put oil in it, and wire a ground wire for the MSD, and then we get to see if this thing fires up and we get to chase problems. So let's see how easily this thing fires up tonight with this carb, and let's pray for the best. So oil's in her. Now it's just a matter of getting this ground wire plumbed up somewhere and most likely mounted to the chassis at one of these places. I'm not exactly sure where yet, but that's what we're gonna figure out now. Get this thing wired and then button up the wires up there on the starter. And we're gonna try to crank this thing over. Might need a charged battery for a quick second, but we're gonna see if this thing fires up here fairly shortly. I so hope to God right now. If I did my wiring right and everything right. Battery out first. Oh boy. What the fuck? Alright guys, so NASTRUCK is being a really big pain right now. And I just had an epiphany. There's a ground strap laying on the workbench over there that I forgot to put on. So the starter wasn't turning the motor over because there wasn't enough voltage going through the battery wires. So let's get this ground strap on so we can actually get full voltage to the starter, and let's get this thing cranked over. Let's see if it does anyways. All right, guys, I got it on there, and this is gonna be take 2. And this is what you guys have been waiting for a long time now.
Fire. Yeah, you need to build a boom tube now, bad.
I know. Alrighty, guys, there it is. Hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. NASTRUCK has officially a beating heart inside of it, and I can't wait for the next bit of this thing so I can actually go drive it. So till next time, guys, as always, follow my Instagram, like and subscribe this video if you want to see more, and thanks again.